Hi everyone, welcome to another video. Boiling hot today, 34 degrees in the Zafira on the way here. So pretty warm, not so bad inside the unit. So I've been doing a bit of work on the ZS again today. Probably put a few hours in already without filming, so I'll whip you around and let you see what I've been doing. So as you can see, we're in primer under the bonnet now. Starting to look quite nice. Did get a little bit on the wiring there, but I will clean that and probably rewrap them anyway. But from where we started to where we are now, you can see we're looking pretty good. All the top panels all primed too. Good free coat, so it's looking nice. Same on this side. So all that nasty rust is all gone, which is what we want. Obviously I could have done an even better job by taking the engine out, but not on this project. It's really good under there anyway. There's no more rust like there is on the top here, so we don't really need to do that. But I just thought I'd update you to where we are, and I hope you'll agree we're starting to look really good. Another bit of the job that I weren't expecting to have to do, but I want this car to look nice and last a long time. So this is what you got to do. Okay, so for the rest of the day, we'll see where we are from here. Okay, I'm getting a lot of direct messages and other messages asking about the price of this car and what I'll take for it and all that sort of stuff. I've already promised this one to someone for a good price. What I think is a fair price, probably a lot less than what the work would cost that I'm doing for it. But there will be other ZS's coming to the channel. I do have more in storage that are going to be done. I have a 1.8, I have some turbo diesels, I have some V6s, I have all sorts, so there will be lots more coming up. Trouble is, they always sell before I get them finished. And if someone's going to put a deposit down and say they want that car, then that's what I have to do. That's part of my job, I'm afraid. But thanks for all the offers, and like I say, there will be lots of other different cars, and cars like this, same colour, same kit, etc. So I hope that's good. So as you can see, I'm removing the wheels and putting the car up on axle stands. So I'll speed this up and get this done. Okay, so all the wheels are off. We're gonna continue to get them masked up now and cleaned down. I like to have them up in the air like this, so because you get an airflow under the door and out through the fan as the fans are on when it's being sprayed. Just gets it a little bit higher off the floor for any dust. We do wet the floors down, but as you can see on the roof at the moment, it's covered in dust. So this room will need cleaning out before we start. What I have noticed, a tiny weeny little dent right here. You probably see that there. So I'm going to sort that out quickly. And then it's a big clean up of the car. Get the windows all masked up. Cover up the exhaust. Under the arches and stuff like that. And get this bonnet out, so that'll be done when I do the bumpers. And hopefully by the end of today, might be getting into silver paint, which should be nice. We'll have to see how the time goes. But I'd like to think I can pop home for dinner, come back after that and get this one painted. So we'll get on with the masking and stuff and I'll bring you back once we're all cleaned up. So today we're on this one, sour apple. Really nice. These drinks are really good because they give you lots of energy, but there's no sugar in them whatsoever. They're all made by plant products. They're high in caffeine, which gives you the boost as well. There's lots of good things in them. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, just they're the best drink I can drink out there. It's actually healthy for me to drink, so that's handy. These protein drinks, obviously, it's like having food really. and obviously the water I have. But yeah, they keep me going, which is all good. So let's carry on with this project. Okay, so I've got a lot further now. It's been a while since I've been on the camera now. So I've been underneath, wrapping everything up, front and back, and the light surrounds, edges of the boot, the exhaust system, pretty much everywhere. I've already done what I get paint really. Up on the windows, back window. Same again on the front this side. Before anyone says about me taking these out, I don't need to because they're already broken, they're going in the bin, so it doesn't matter if I get paint on them. Same on this side, it's only half of one, so that'll be going as well. So, I've got to take the indicators out. I've got a few little bits just to make sure all the edges are good. Things like that, whereas there's like a little shiny bit there, I need to be getting rid of stuff like that. It's literally a case of getting a bit of Scotch-Brite like this. See if I can hold it and do it at the same time. So you find your shiny bit, which is there. Quick rub. And that's it, shiny bit gone. But I have to make sure the whole car's like that, so they could have any little bits that are left over. So I'll go around the whole thing, around all the door handles and stuff. There'll be bits like this that need to come off. So I need to do all that. Then I'll flick in the bits that I think need doing, like these bits on the boot. With an aerosol tin, I've got to get up under the spoiler in these bits. Give them a good rub. Take the paint shine off them. Shouldn't take too long, this should be done in half an hour or so. And then the same again up on the roof. Where your lines are, you just got to go along all your lines. You don't want to miss any of these bits because later on that'll come back to bite you because your paint will start to peel on the edges, which you don't want. Same as in here, make sure you get all your edges on your edges of your arches and stuff. All your edges along these trims and stuff like that, make sure they're all good. I think most of mine are done now, they just need a bit of a wipe down and a clean. And then we've just got this little bit up the top here where I found that minor dent. It is absolutely teeny, it looks bigger in the camera but it's actually tiny if you compare it to my finger. And I think once that's done, it's a case of sanding these down, which are obviously the bonnet hinges, flattening off this front panel where I primed it, just to make sure it's ready to take a bite of the paint. And then I think we're actually ready to paint. So let me know what you think before I start the paint now. Well, it's going to be too late because obviously this video will show it painted. But let me know what you think anyway about the whole series. I'm getting plenty of messages anyway. Lots of people are saying that they like the series and they like what I'm doing, saving MGs and Rovers and chucking in the odd car of a different make and modified cars and stuff like that. I've got a good mix going, which I like to do. It gets a bit boring doing the same thing every day. So I'll keep on doing that. I'm glad everyone likes it because this is the first time I've ever done a series like this. So I'm learning as I go, but seem to be doing okay. Getting lots of new subscribers, so thank you for that. Thank you for all the people on the Facebook as well. Getting lots of support on there. So that's all good so far. So I'll keep doing it if people like it. And hopefully keep saving lots more cars. I'll obviously change the cars up and do something different each time when I can. Got a few cars in the pipeline. I'll get this one done, tie up some of the other ones that I'm already started. and we'll bring on a new project. Okay, I'm going to go and have some dinner, come back, finish these little bits off, and hopefully get the paint out. Hooray! Well, I was just popping home to have something to eat in the Safira, and I've broke down. This is unbelievable. I'll spin you around to show you what's happened. The driver's side bottom arm has literally snapped off. I'll show you. Wow, how the hell does that happen? Unbelievable. Didn't think that was possible. So I'm stuck. Looks like I'm going to have to get towed in back to the unit. Luckily I'm only just around the corner from the industrial estate, but not good. Okay, back soon. Okay, so several hours later now, it's gone midnight now. After that hassle of breaking down in the Safira and having to get it back, I've came back over and got on with what I'm doing. So I'll flick you around and show you what I've done. But as you can see, I'm suited up, so that must mean one thing. She's all in primer on the little bare metal bits. Hinges are done. All the bodywork's done. All the way around. So that must mean time to get some silver out. I must admit, I've just done a little teeny bit I missed up the top here. So I will quickly do them before I start painting. Otherwise, everywhere that needed doing is done. So I hope you're excited as well as I am, because we're going to whack some silver on here and see what we get. A couple of light coats to start with to get everything to settle down. We'll go from there. So what I'll do is I'll lay a couple down and then I'll bring you back in, show you where we are. Hopefully everything will go well, and we'll go from there. So this is the first coat of silver laid down. This is not to cover the car whatsoever, this is just to cover the bits of primer where the repairs have been done. The first couple of coats is just to cover up that, and then we'll gradually build up the silvers and start painting the whole car. Silver is probably the hardest colour to paint for any painter, and that's going to be really hard to show on camera, but I'll do my best. I'll keep going around the car, keep getting layers on, I'll keep bringing you back so you can see what I'm doing. It's a very see-through colour, and when you lay it down and it's not dry, it looks like there's bits of black in the paint. When that's not, that's just the paint drying off. Okay, so this time you can stay in with me. We'll get a full coat on the car and see how we get on from there. Hopefully everything will go well. The car will start to look good. We want 3 or 4 coats on here really to build it up, because as I said before, it's quite see-through. And we want a nice layer ready for our lacquer. Always do your roof first, and then work your way around the car. Do the bonnet off the car if you can, as well as the bumpers. Just find this is the best way not to get dust on any of your panels. This is the rewarding part of the job after all weeks of prep. Well, as long as it all goes right anyway. Seems very strange doing this edit, as I've never seen myself paint a car before. As obviously this is the first series I've ever done of this sort of thing. So, yeah, quite strange. Nice to see it. My arm is acting like a robot as it should. And paint is coming out of the gun and smooth and looking good. So that's good for me to brush up on my technique and make sure I'm keeping myself how I should be. You have to really concentrate when you're going around spoilers and stuff like this, that your pipework that's on your body is not touching the car and rubbing the paint and stuff like that. But I think I got away with it this time. I don't normally get any trouble with this sort of thing. You just have to think about what you're doing.
So I'm sure you'll agree, she's starting to look much better. And obviously the more coats I put on, the better she's going to look. These coats I'm putting on of the silver are called base coat, and all this does is gives us the colour for the car. There won't be no shine. This will dry up as a matte finish, and then the next process is to put lacquer on to get a shine. Wow, what a difference to what we started with first thing today. All in different shades of primer, etc. Well, this is only the first full coat. I will put 2 more of these coats on, and then I'll review the situation from there and see if we need any more. Okay, so I'm happy with where we are so far. It seems to have covered fairly well. Still a bit see-through on parts, but that's normal for the silver. You normally have to build these up sort of 3 or 4 coats to get some sort of coverage, but we seem to be doing okay, and seeing this is the first full coat. Be interesting to see what it's like after 2 more coats.
Right, so these two coats are dry now. This is what we got. Still got some shadows, because obviously we need a couple more coats to go on there, but we're looking good. Need to get rid of these little bugs. I'll have to blow them off before I start again. And while we're getting a couple of them, they must be coming through the fan. Seem to be getting there. Still see through there. These little repairs. So we need to sort them out. Still got water coming out from under the spoiler. Good job of drawing. So we'll get this all blown down and we'll get another coat on. Right, so I've got another 3 coats of silver on now. It's getting late now, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Right, I'll spin you around and show you what this silver looks like. It's a nice sort of silver finish now with like a chrome look to it. So that's what it's looking like. I'm sure you'll agree, it's looking way, way better. I'm quite impressed. Looks really shiny even though it's got no lacquer on it. So that's good. All the black bits that you keep seeing are just like reflections and stuff of things in the bay. Yep, looking really good. You can even see my red top and my suit in the reflection, so that's not bad. Seeing we haven't got no lacquer on yet, but we're looking good. So, what do we do? Do we go get the lacquer done now and carry on working for another 2-3 hours? End up being 6 o'clock in the morning? Or do we leave it overnight and come back and lacquer it tomorrow? I say we just get it done, I think. It is late and I am tired, but that'd be nice to know that's sitting in here drying away while I'm asleep. So I think that's what we'll do. So right, I'll get rigged up again, mix up some lacquer and get it painted. I won't bring the camera in on the lacquer cycle because that'll make a mess of the camera, but I'll bring it back in afterwards. You won't see the lacquer going down on silver anyway because that would look like I'm spraying nothing. So I'll bring it in on a different one, like when I do a black or a red or something like that another day. So I'll get some more on here and I'll bring you back in a little while. So that was a long old session on the ZS then. A whole day, a whole night. And we're sort of still going. Just got the fans on now, emptying all the fumes out of the unit and stuff like that. And Then I'm going to sit down and edit this video, and I'm off home for a coffee and time to go to bed. So thank you for watching. Thank you for all new subscribers. Thank you for everybody who's stayed with me all the way. And hopefully you'll all be happy that this one's actually in paint and lacquer now. Okay, see you in the next video.